I want to go over something with you because, you know, when you buy a bandsaw blade or when you're sending a bandsaw blade away to be resharpened, if you do that, you have to know how to handle it. This is a bit like a snake coiled up, ready for action. So you take it from its wrapper, you've just bought the blade, then you go like this and you go, uh-oh, what do I do? How do I do this? And it's not easy. Actually, it's harder to get the blade apart sometimes than it is to roll it back up into a coil. So what you do, you take a look at this and unfold it and feel for the pressure because this is crossed over. Then you control the release as best you can and open up this whole coil like this. There is no way, there is no formula for this actual aspect of it, of unwrapping it, that I know of. Maybe there is. Sometimes people get to this, they've worn out the bandsaw, they want to dispose of it back into the recycling, or they want to send it off back to a company to be recut and or filed. So you have to wrap this up. Folding this up can be difficult, it's problematic. We tried to do it to these instructions here, and I tried it, and I tried to follow the instructions meticulously, and I couldn't do it, but I already knew how to coil up a bandsaw blade. So I gave it to John and Phil to see if they could do it, and they couldn't do it, except they ended up with their hands caught in the middle between the barbed teeth. Now, I'm not using gloves because I find I have better feel for what I'm doing, but gloves would probably be the advisory that you might get with it. But here's how I would fold up my blades, like this. That's about as simple as it gets. But I can't tell you where I applied the pressure. It works every time. When you get to big bandsaw blades, maybe 200-300 inches, it's a whole lot different. You have to throw the blade. And, but in this case, most people are not going to use that. This is 108 inches, this one. So I'm going to unfold this one again. I'm going to show you how to wrap this one and fold it. This is the simplest method that I know of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it. I've got the teeth facing down. It doesn't really matter whether the teeth are up or down. And what I do is I press it against my belly like this. And I press it against any surface like this. And what I do, you can press these together, cross your arms like this, and that's bringing together a kind of a figure of 8, and then bring these up together. This is the best way that I know of. It's the safest way that I know of, and it's the one that causes the least problems. Remember, you've got hundreds and hundreds of very tiny barbed teeth that will cut you if you're not careful. So the safety is going to be up to you. Wear gloves or not. Let me do that one more time for you. See if we can unwrap this without damaging the teeth. So I've got the teeth facing down. So let me, if you can go under something, it works all the better. So here I've got a little nub sticking out on my vise. So I press into it, try and press equal pressure, bring your hands together. So now we've got this hoop like this. And we cross this over like this. Transfer the pressure to one hand, bring this one in, and you've got your coiled up bandsaw blade. Now you can slip it back into its pouch and send it off for resharpening or whatever you plan on doing with it, just storing it. Once it's there, you can staple this up and you're perfectly safe.